defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information Gage Rolls-Royce, we the jury find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Not guilty. Do you feel bad for Rosenbaum? Not really. The mob threatened Kyle's life, he got busy. It wasn't self-defense, man, y'all silly. Y'all just wanna burn the city, but it's not guilty. Shouldn't pop off, mess around and get knocked off. Man, y'all just should've walked off. We are not soft with the side off. We got big sticks, y'all are nitwits. Bring a 380, you will get lit. I'm a Christian with logistics, y'all are misfits with the lipstick, man. Okay, and I just came to paint the picture. Your brains are on the pavement cause you ain't the victor. What is this about? You should've been quicker. You gon' listen now? Too late. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Listen, we don't wanna do it. You forcing us to move and you forcing us to use it. You forcing us to organize and that is how I view it. Trust me, you are gonna be mortified if we decide to lose it. Okay, got the camo with the ammo, call me Rambo this game. Got the red dot for the headshot, better get off my lane. And y'all don't want the smoke and y'all don't really want the pain. And y'all ain't nothing but a joke, it's nothing you could really gain. Okay, don't step foot up on my land. If you don't know, I'm about to tell you there's a line up in the sand. So what is this about? And please don't force my hand, you gon' listen now? Too late. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Bring the muscle pull up at a politician house. Come and take it the two-way and make you listen now. And y'all just trying to send us to the prison house. This a mission. Y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse.
Gang, the United States champion of Word Wrestling Entertainment is back for another edition of the Pocket Locker podcast, and y'all about to make me pull a Rittenhouse. Grab the belt, pull up at a politician house. I promise you, there's a reason I played that wildness for you. And you will understand as we get into it. But gang, I am your host with the most all the way from the East Coast. And as always, I am in airplane mode. All right, gang, go ahead, greet your neighbor, sit back. It's time to catch a vibe. Let's jump into the musical portion of the evening, and we are gonna go to the classic, to our community theme song, gang. Let's fucking get it.
To finish us up.
Do you know what? I don't know the name of this song, actually, but I know the song, and so do you.
OG.
Oh, look forward to this. Five hands, take it away.
Making your way in the world today.
Congratulations,
Takes
Randy.
everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
I can't remember the last time in my life I wasn't
Wouldn't you
seeing
like
somebody.
to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see troubles
give
are
out
all
some
the
pocket change. I
same.
got Randy in the house first.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Well, all those nights when you got no lights, and the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung codded by its tail. Your third fiance didn't show.
And look at the trees.
Well, sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and you're always glad they came. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Well, you get out of bed and the coffee's dead, the morning isn't looking bright. You shrink right off to Europe and he doesn't eat it right. Your girlfriend says she's not a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name.
It's good to see everybody here. Hey, Liz.
And they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Lay hands on that like button, gang. Appreciate
you wanna be where you can see troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment if you're watching later. Y'all been blowing up the comments. Appreciate it. All right.
Foy Vance. Most common word coming in by text, Foy, is goosebumps. Believe it or not, we've had that repeatedly across the whole series. If you want to see Foy Vance's cheeky grin when he sang the line.
All right, so let's go ahead and pop into our second one. Got another great one for you. Let's get a little funky up in here. Hang on a sec. Do that. Come back over here.
That's all right.
Lay hands on that like button if you want to live forever. I'm on that dumbass Mythvision shit. Shout out to Derek.
Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? I can feel the sun whenever you're near. Every time you touch me, I just melt away. Now everybody's asking why I'm smiling out from ear to ear. 'Cause I know nothing's perfect, but it's worth it after crying through my tears. And finally you put me first. Honey, it's you. You're the one that I love. You're the one I need. You're the one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that lifts me up. You're the one I can always call when I need to make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Baby, baby, I can feel the wind whipping past my face as we dance the night away. Girl, your lips taste like a night of champagne as I kiss you again and again, again and again. Now everybody's asking why I'm smiling now from ear to ear. 'Cause I know nothing's perfect, but it's worth it after fighting through my tears. Finally
Love it. All right, gang, let's go ahead and jump into the main event of the evening. And I think I'm just on a roll, you know, after yesterday's highly problematic review of women who don't think women should have the right to vote. I can't believe I actually just said that aloud again in 2023. I can't believe that's actually. Yep, that's it. That's what we talked about. Well, you know what? Why not follow it up with some good old-fashioned black man hating on black people, old school throwback coonery. You know what I'm talking about? And so what we're going to do is we're going to revisit my man, the Real Gospel Chops, because you know how YouTube does. You watch something. Normally, if you're me, you're probably hate watching it. Like, I need to see the YouTube. Actually, YouTube, go fuck yourself. YouTube, you know by goddamn now what I actually watch because I like it, like video games and drummer shit and things that are fun and entertaining versus what I hate watch, which is like everything else. I would love to see the ratio. That'll tell you a lot about yourself. Like my ratio would be all sorts of fucked up. I'd be like, God, I spend 80% of my time watching people I fucking hate. No wonder I'm so goddamn miserable. Like, seriously, the hate watching is a problem. It's a problem. And then when you start doing the stream, you start making a cottage industry. And then let's all fucking face it. Hate's a very powerful emotion, so the hate kind of get good to you, especially around here. You know me, it's Word Wrestling Entertainment, baby. It's a fight. You know, I don't want to. I can't give away all the secret insider trades of the profession, but I could tell you one goddamn thing. I could be very clear with the fans about right now. When you tune in, whatever the fuck is going down in the story, it's about to be a fight. It's about to be a fight at all times. At all times. That's what I'm looking for. When people start getting too friendly, I'm done. I'm done. I'm always looking for a fight. Anyway, we are going to get into serious rage boner territory right now with this fool. So let's go ahead and fucking take off on this. Now, I know y'all thought when you read the title of this video that I did something creative. That, you know, but Jay, is this even a live review? Are we going to do a live review or something? Or did you already watch it? Are you really going to be reacting live, or did you already watch it? And then you might be starting to suspect that I already watched it. And I started analyzing it. And then I started breaking it down. And I thought, what is something clever that I could call this to grab the user, to pull them all in from the algorithm land and get them clicking on the Pocket Locker 86 stream? And so I sat down with the creative team and I was like, look, we got to produce today's show. And we were at our afternoon meeting and there was like 8 of us scattered around the boardroom and we're just pounding away at the coffee and we're sitting there going over the creative. And I came up with this exquisite title to summarize what I thought this person was saying in such a way that it could effectively, let's just call it clickbait. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. That's what you do when the creative meeting. You got to come up with all the aspects of how you're going to do the thumbnail and how you're going to do the titles and what are you going to put in the description and what's the question going to be? How are you going to get the clicks? Nah, I ain't do none of that. I ain't had to watch it. I ain't had to watch it. I had to do none of that. No, we're just going to react to the shit live in real time. Because this motherfucker actually put black culture is the problem in the fucking title of his fucked up ass video, gang. We didn't have to do no digging, no watching, no preview, no strategizing, no none of that. He put that shit in the title. So basically, the title of the stream is actually called I Am a Coon. I'm not going to do this. You're not going to show up to my place, do all of this, just be all out here showing you everything and then act like I ain't going to call you out. No, this is some mask off, shirt off, everything off, straight cooning. All right, so let's go ahead and, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, I got good news and bad news. What y'all want to hear first? Bad news or the good news? I want you to delete your channel. You know what? Look, for the sake of my mental health, bro, just delete your channel. The man has 378,000 subscribers. Nearly 6,000 people have watched this since it dropped yesterday. What do I want, bro? I want you to delete your channel. That first and foremost. Y'all know us around here. We are bringing the channel violence. We're about that. We're not over here like, oh, we should sit down and have a conversation and maybe exchange perspective. No. We on that. Delete your shit. I'll decide for you. I'm going to tell you the good news first, and that news is, America, black people are not the problem. Congratulations. Did he go to Harvard? Did he triple major at Yale? Then did a Rhodes Scholarship, skipped on, got a couple of degrees at Stanford just for shits and giggles? Because this motherfucker is brilliant. Congratulations. Black people are not the problem. Woo! Wow. I am so happy he figured that shit out. Except, gang, he didn't figure that shit out. That's the good news. The bad news is that black culture is the problem.
Example, like when I said black culture.
What's wrong with Boss? Why are you talking about Boss? Boss is a good man. Look around this shack. Look at them chicken scraps over there. Who provided them chicken scraps for you, huh? Who gave you them chicken scraps? Who keeps you working 23 hours a day so you ain't even got time to eat the chicken scrap? Who does that for you? Where would you be without Boss? Somewhere, nowhere, doing a bunch of nothing. Where were you? If Uncle Bobby was here, I think he would have already hulked up and exploded and put this man in all sorts of judo chops and all sorts of martial arts techniques. I don't know martial arts techniques, but Uncle Bobby does know martial arts techniques, and I'm sure this man inspires someone to execute some of those techniques. I'm just saying this man pisses people off. Don't be mad at me. Do not be coming up in my channel talking about some Jay, you're getting a little too edgy, a little bit too aggressive with the rhetoric. You know that the problem these days is there's so much tribalism and divisiveness, and I don't think no. This fool came up in here talking about black culture is the problem, as though he could look us in the face and think that we can somehow separate the culture that is the product of black people from the black people who make. He has been watching way too many philosophy bros on YouTube. That is not how this shit works. And there are so many. He's literally, gang, and some of y'all out there guilty to. Some of y'all are still watching Fuckface Pine Creek, and Fuckface Pine Creek be doing all sorts of shit to himself. He just be dog whistling at the culture over here, dog whistling at it's fucking racism. It's just fucking racism. And I don't care if he's black. He doesn't count. He's a goddamn coon. He's not invited to the cookout. You should have already knew that. It's just the way it is.
Degeneracy. That's something that everybody knows. Like, you listen to any rap music, like Durk. I listen to Lil Durk all the time. He's rapping about murder all the time. Like, literally all the time. And he's Muslim, and I hope, alhamdulillah, he becomes a better Muslim. But he's rapping about murder constantly. That he knows that will sell more music. He knows that rap beef and like, I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna kill me. Bro, you're 29 with kids, still talking about like killing other people, and you're gonna risk your life over music. Like everything that hip hop promotes, besides Ye and besides a few like, you know, Christian rap or stuff like that, it's all just drugs, murder. And we all know that when they talk about we need to protect black culture, this is the number one. This is how you prove that black culture in America promotes degeneracy. Because when a black person becomes more affluent, when they put on a suit, when they get a good job, when they speak correctly, you're speaking white. Yo, why are you talking like a white boy? I'm just speaking English.
Okay. Now, have you put it together yet? Huh? Have you sensed where I'm going with this? Y'all know me. I don't be watching this shit. We be reacting to it live. All I do is I hit play. I be like, is this gonna be some shit I gotta react to? I let it get like a minute or two, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, we gonna have to watch this on stream. We gonna have to deal with this on stream. We gonna have to deal with this on stream. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. All of this fucking nonsense. Black people music is all about degeneracy, promoting violence. So gang, yep, you guessed it. That is exactly why I played the motherfucking Tyson James at the start of the stream. Because please tell me how black culture is responsible for y'all gonna make me pull a Rittenhouse, grab a muzzle pull up at a politician house. Really? Really? Is that black people? Is that black people that's literally celebrating an underage person literally shooting people with an automatic rifle? Is that really? Really? Do you feel bad for Rosenbaum? Not really. Pop, pop, pop. Come on, y'all. This is crazy. Please go fuck yourself. This is so irritating. Listen, gang, I've been trying to do something that I have no business in the world doing, and that is trying to play a fucking first-person shooter. And I've been trying to play this first-person shooter. It's called BattleBit. Why? Because all the cool kids are doing it. It's fun, and it looks like Roblox, and you run around with your friends in a squad, and you be trying to shoot people. It's amazing. What is it, gang? It's a fucking gun game. It's just a murder gun game, and I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. I'm fucking awful at it. Why? Because I don't spend a lot of time running around in video games fucking shooting people, and it turns out that shit is really, 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 really hard, and you got to put a lot of time in to get better at that shit. Where am I going with this? The fucking ubiquitousness of fucking gun culture and the violence and entertainment and media and music, please go fuck yourself, has absolutely nothing to do with black culture. Nothing to do with black culture. So how is it that we literally never publicly criticize quote unquote white culture? And please go fuck yourself. I'm not suggesting you should actually do that because that shit would be stupid. And I don't do this shit either. It's just a thought experiment. See, it's just making you, it's a thought exercise. Okay, criticizing white culture would be stupid unless you're a white person who likes to say you hate white people, because that's the people, they're allowed to do that. All right, but anyway, like it's stupid. Why is it okay to say this about black culture? Why? Why? Gang, please go fuck yourself. The fucking gun nuts, the fucking NRA and all of that shit. Gang, we have politicians walking around with AR pins where they used to wear flag pins. They're like, fuck this fucked up fucking flag pin here. Let me put this AR assault rifle pin on before I go into the chamber and vote on the education bill. Please tell me that's black culture that's responsible for that. Gang, please go fuck yourself. Do you know what you have to do to see non-white, the whitest of the white people fucking on the internet? Right? You gotta find you a down-ass site that's with whatever your particular ethnic niche is. Because that's what that shit is considered. It's considered a niche. Because the fucking industry, gang, the publicly fucking absorbing all of the billions as everyone is stroking and splooging all over themselves, an activity I highly recommend, is whitier than whiteness, such that you like, oh, you want some people with some melanin in their skin? Oh, hang on, we gotta get you, hang on, we gotta get some shit out of the back. We're gonna go through the fucking curtains and shit. What? Stop.
Properly. When they talk about keeping black culture black in those affluent areas, like as a lawyer, as a doctor, they mean they want a doctor who's also sagging. They want a doctor who's still banging and throwing up signs.
I mean, I agree that there's a lot of stuff within hip hop culture that is kind of negative, for sure.
All of it.
All
of it. Like,
oh, you really put me on the spot here to like think about it objectively.
What do they promote that's positive? Besides, like in some of their interviews, you listen to like Polo G, for example, who'll go in an interview. I'm like, yeah, man, I like what you're talking about. Like you're uplifting people, but you listen to the music and I'm like, oh, this is all murder.
Now, as we explore this topic, we have to understand all the things that comprise black culture. Music,
I gotta just tell you, I don't trust nothing that's about to come out this man's mouth about black culture. I'm sorry. You just sus, bro. We don't believe you around here. We don't trust you. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? He the type of dude. He come to your hood. You be looking around. He be like, you know this motherfucker? Nah, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Nah, bro. We don't know you like that. We just don't know you like that. Nah, you might be all right. You might be all right. You might be all right, but we need to check your credentials. We're gonna have to check your credentials because none of us, we don't just let anybody walk up in here. And then when we start hearing what this motherfucker says, when we start hearing this motherfucker talk, we be like, yeah, I suggest you turn around and go back that way real fast.
Movies, fashion, all sorts of things that are pumped into the minds of our children and our youth
Black people make
on a
music.
24-hour basis with social media.
clothes.
But if we determine that black culture is an issue, is the issue of today, then we have to go a little bit deeper and peel back a few layers and find out
We about to get a history
controls
lesson.
black culture.
Yeah, please tell me who
Who
controls black
controls
culture.
these signals, these messages that are flooding the minds of our youth? See, I've talked to enough young people to know that our kids know who this is, but have no idea who this is. You get where I'm going?
I'm guessing that's Megan Thee Stallion because it says Stallion on the t-shirt, but I wasn't really sure when I first saw it. And we don't know who the other person is. Let me see. I'm just keeping it real if I actually know who these people
These
are.
signals, these messages that are flooding
Do
the
this
minds
again.
of our youth. See, I've talked to enough young people to know that our kids know who this is.
Which is stupid, though. He should have gave us a better example because if that's not her, I'm going to look real fucked up.
but have no idea who this is.
Why the fuck would anybody know who Liar Cohen is? Gang, let's look up who this person is. I don't even know who this is. This is the dumbest fucking game ever. Why am I playing along with this stupid? See what I'm saying? See what having a YouTube channel does to you? You just be doing some stupid shit. Liar Cohen is an American music industry executive and entrepreneur. He has been actively involved in hip hop at various record labels for more than 30 years. Bro, let me just explain to you. Somebody explain to him how fucking entertainment works. This is like saying, how come people know who Patrick Mahomes is? Huh? But they don't know who Patrick Mahomes' agent is. They don't know who the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs is. They don't know who the bro, they don't know who the executive director of player personnel is. Yeah, bro, and this thing called entertainment and sports fits under that entertainment umbrella. Yeah, there's this thing called talent. Yeah, and see the product, like all other businesses, people consume the product, right? Like you eat Kraft macaroni and cheese, but do you know who the CEO of Kraft is? And did you know it doesn't matter because it's probably somebody, because it's the Kraft family and you wasn't born into the Kraft family. So what the fuck good is knowing that it's the Kraft family gonna do with your ass? Did you know your broke ass wasn't born into a fucking economic dynasty? Did you know that? Did you know that? Fool, like this is just stupid. And you know what? I hate to say this, gang. I don't like giving the other side pointers, but we be bored around this motherfucker. I wish they would coon a little better. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna clickbait me with black culture is the problem and all of this shit, like, could you come a little better than some stupid ass shit like asking us why we know who entertainers are, but we don't know who executives are, as though that's some sort of fucking revolutionary point about our economic awareness or some shit. Like this is just you working too hard to coon, bro. Like you going real out your way, man.
You get where I'm going?
Nope.
Our
It's a
kids
real
know
stretch,
who this
bro.
is, but have no clue who this is.
Again, we know who talent is.
So
They're
where's the real
famous
problem with
people
black culture? I submit to you that it is beyond the surface level.
that our entertainers are famous and they make a lot of money and we recognize entertainment figures. Sometimes I don't even really recognize these people. I was like, I don't know who that is, but sure, I'm gonna just pretend. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know who that is, bro. Nobody cares. This is just Oh, this is just tap dancing, man.
Is beyond the top layer. You got to dig a little deeper and see who's pushing these
No,
negative
you need to dig
messages
deeper.
in our society, in our neighborhoods, pushing these messages of modern day rap into the earbuds of our children.
The messages of modern day rap into the earbuds of our children. Gang, this man cannot be twice my age. He can't be. But he's sounding. It's not even an age thing. It's a get off my lawn, pearl clutching. The rap music. They. I don't like when them jungle bunnies come through the neighborhood blasting that rap music. That's the vibes. That's the vibe. Let's just call it what it is. This is the gentrification station. Oh man, I told y'all I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, but I told y'all I was gonna be some coonery up in here. So, man, he never disappoints.
I remember coming up when female rappers were Queen Latifah, fully clothed with a nice hat, and she say, "Ladies first," or MC Light, who was a true lyricist in her day.
Bro, all these people
a totally
rapped
different
about
and
sex.
positive
What are you
image for our
talking about?
girls. But now, rap music has taken a few turns for the worse. I recently came
Queen
across
Latifah, man, Queen Latifah has made some hard ass shit. Don't get it fucking twisted. This man, do not listen to this man. He don't know shit about rap music.
this video of a young lady who calls herself Sexy Red, who performed at a high school. She walked in the auditorium, put up 2 middle fingers to the crowd, and the young people went crazy. Now, although
Yo, that's kind of buzz. Yo, your school was turned out today. Yo, y'all getting kind of hype. You know what I mean? Look, man, high school's a pain in the ass, man. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you this one, man. Like, it's a beautiful thing that happens in high school over the time with the staff and the kids and all of that shit. And you know, educators know every once in a while when you get a chance, you just gotta give them one. You know what I mean? You gotta just your kids work hard, the staff works hard, you're trying to keep morale up, you know what I mean? Trying to improve things. You drop a big ass surprise on them, let them know you care, that you're paying attention, that you're trying to connect. That's cool as shit, man. Who cares? Shout outs to any school that puts on concerts for your students, because high school is fucking hard. Just do some fun shit once in a while. You gotta give him one, man. And of course, he's like those kids saw the middle finger and they had to shield their eyes. They never seen the middle finger before, and they never knew nothing about sex. Now I guarantee you, this same motherfucker who's about my age, I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. We about the same age. I guarantee you he was a big-ass wrestling fan when he was coming up, just like the rest of us, and he saw Stone Cold Steve Austin kicking his boss and giving him the stunner and giving the crowd his middle finger and drinking fucking beer, and he thought that was the greatest, coolest, most entertaining, exciting thing ever. Please notice how none of that has really anything to do with professional wrestling. But that's what it was. Why? Because that's the coons. The coon just is just hyper focused on this whatever group. It's the self-hatred. So whatever particular marginalization they're betraying, you know what I'm saying? That's the only people they're focused on. If they're coons, if y'all know what a coon is, it's a queer coon. It's a self-hating queer person. Yes, we make that shit up. We make up a lot of words around here. So they're the same thing. They're only going to focus on the queer people, right? The self-hating white people, they're just only going to focus on with white people. This is just how it is. And the OG, the original, the real coons, they just focus on black people. And when white people do the same thing, it's fine. They get a master pass. They get a master class pass. That's literally what he don't see no problem, because he sees the supremacy. That for them it's all good. For them, because they're already at the top, it doesn't matter. They can do no wrong, because that's how good it is to be part of the master class. But for your black ass, no, you better stay in line. You better stay in line, or you don't deserve to get shit. This is just that's it. There's really no depth to this. Again, like I wish I wish they would just kind of do this a little better. That way, it'd be a little bit more to engage with.
Sexy Red was new to me. I had never heard of her. Everybody in this auditorium
Boom.
seemed to know
Imagine
who
that.
she was.
Imagine that. She got good publicity, and the kids was entertained, and they probably think that the administrators and people at their school are like halfway cool now. Imagine that. Everybody's cool except yo stupid ass, who's now on the internet actually angry that a popular artist did a concert at a school. Just stupid.
They were excited. I'm saying that whoever allowed this to occur, whoever
says
put
sexy
this
in the
image
artist's
in front of
name.
our children in a school setting,
What a
should be
bunch of
fired.
groomers.
And
Really?
I'm so glad
They should
that
be
Ben
fired. They
Shapiro
should be fucking promoted. Please go fuck yourself. Again, give him one, man. This guy.
decided to read the lyrics of one of Sexy Red's
But right,
songs.
but he going right, but wait, hang on, gang. He the type of motherfucker who, if I interviewed him, which I wouldn't interview him because I would just end up wanting to kick him in the face. But let's say I was really gonna be on my best behavior and I strapped my arms down to the chair and shit so I couldn't attack him. I could not. It doesn't even matter what I start talking about. I'm like, tell me about growing up as a child. Tell me about your favorite fruit. Tell me about the first time you fell in love. Tell me about your fashion preferences. No matter what I brought up, he could not have a conversation with me for 30 fucking seconds before he starts bitching about cancel culture. And yeah, and you know, when I was growing up, at first I used to watch football, man. I was a big fan of the 49ers. And yeah, and then nowadays, can you believe this? They tried to cancel Jerry Rice. And I really hate cancel culture. And cancel culture, and the woke, they're just trying to, you can't say nothing no more because of the woke. You can't disagree with nobody. Can't call people faggots or nothing anymore. They be letting it slip. Oh man, but seriously, he literally, because he's a bigot. I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna just be real with you. He's a bigot, and he really feels the need to be able to express his bigotry. But he wants the school administrators who approved the concert for the children to be fired. Right.
That way, I don't have to embarrass my home church by trying to read them for you. Check this out.
I'm out of town, thuggin' with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. We're now doing color descriptions of bodily orifices. Where's the N-words? I'm looking for the hose. Quit playing, N-word. Come suck a toe. Indeed. Well said. Pound Town just left Pound Town. With my N-word, he took a down. Yeah, that N-word, a down.
Gang, I just got to tell you, this is like a fucked up version of that story about the gay penguins, right? Because it just went viral. Like all the right wingers, they started raging. There's a book the kids are reading, and there's 2 male penguins, and they raised a little penguin. And you're like, what? Nobody knew about this book, bro. What are you talking about, right? And the same way, nobody is outraged that there's rap music about sex. And somehow so many of us, like myself, really would never even hear these things, but this is like so amplified because rather than finding out about like a children's book about penguins, we actually have Ben Shapiro reading like adult rap lyrics on air, which is just God's gift to the content world. And I'm gonna be real with you, like it's gonna sound like a conspiracy theory, but is it really though? Like I think they partially do this just to be like edgelords, right? I think and their little conservative cocoons, right? They think this shit is like cute, right? Because that's actually it speaks to the suppression of the full range of adult emotions that conservatards like impose on themselves, right? That they're always like, I get to say dirty words on the show today. We're gonna talk about porn. Like they don't get to like just naturally do these things. Like, fucking Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby be fucking watching the show, and the fucking conservatard will be fucking rambling about some shit. Uncle Bobby will get bored. He'll be like, I'm gonna fucking look up some porn. I don't give a shit. Like, you know what I mean? Most of us are just like, hey, gang, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go watch some porn. Splooge all over yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow. You know? You know what I mean? Like, it's no big deal. But for them, like, they're gonna do like a whole show and a whole segment, and he's like super excited. He's gonna get to say some dirty words. He's gonna get to describe some sexual activities he definitely does not get to partake in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of give themselves away, but then it works for their audience because they're kind of like living vicariously get through them too, and then they get to do the same thing, right? This is how the water cooler talks, right? This is how we end up with the fucking conservatard who starts saying stupid shit to you, makes you want to punch him in the face, because Ben Shapiro gives him the talking points, because then you'd be hearing he'd be like, did you hear about this rap music? Yeah, I just think this rap music's getting to be too much. They're making rap music for the kids, talking about they got their booty holes waxed down. And yeah, N-word, yeah, my N-word, come lick this B-word's toes. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really, they'll, as it gets further and further, they'll be trying to get away with actually saying the shit, and that's how they get themselves in trouble. But that's how this works. That's how this whole fucking cottage industry is built. It's a bunch of fucking woke, and I do mean that, they're woke conservatards. Like, they're all paying attention to these fucking weird culture war issues. That's all they fucking think about 24/7. And all of that shit just makes them fucking fixate on fucking sexual and perverse to them fucking shit. But for most of us, it's just normal shit. And then they gotta this is how they do it. They gotta pretend they can hate on it just so they can say it. That's it. That's it. I know that was a really long-winded rant, but at the end of the day, I was just saying they pretend to hate shit just so they can say it on TV. That's it.
Yeah, that N-word.
Yeah, that N-word.
And it just continues along these lines.
Look at him. Look at him.
I'm out here in Miami. Again, remember, the NAACP has put a travel warning on Miami for black people. So I don't even know how she's living down here in Florida. I just don't know. Obviously, she's in serious danger in Pound Town. She says, I'm out here in Miami.
He's so excited.
Looking for the hoochie daddies. Where they at? Where the N-words get that ratchet? Where they at? My son need a new pappy. Well, that seems like this all seems like an amazing way of capturing an excellent father for your son.
Again, y'all gonna make me pull a Rittenhouse, grab a muzzle pull up at a politician house. I wonder what we should be more worried about. Should we be worried about black rappers rapping about getting their toes sucked and having some sex, as consenting people? Or should we be worried about people making songs about having mass shooting events on politicians? I don't know. I don't know what's more. But all I know is that black culture, that fucking black culture is it's out of control. There's so much gun violence. It's just terrible.
Now, here's the kicker,
really
y'all.
bad.
These sentiments are not new. This is not a novel idea. I'm not the first one to come up with this perspective. But it seems like voices such as mine, who are in the community saying these things, are being trampled by the forces who want to pump this stuff into our youth. But you must understand that black culture is not as organic as they want you to believe. Black culture is being pumped into our youth by music.
Also, gang, please go. I gotta be honest with you. This whole black culture thing it's really weird, because just like any group, black people aren't a monolith, and so there are definitely aspects to culture that are, unique to black people. But this sort of the way he's presenting it is sort of like a circular reasoning, right? He's defining black culture as the things he sees as to be the negative aspects of black culture. But at the same time, those things are synonymous with black culture. So if it's not all sorts of fucked up promoting degeneracy, then it's not black culture. And so it can only be black culture if it's fucking promoting degeneracy, but also black culture needs to stop promoting degeneracy. But this isn't very good. Like, it's not like he's not he's not an intellectual heavyweight. He just has like most of them, he's just kind of a useful idiot, I guess we'd say, huh, Lena? A useful idiot who's built a platform to do a bunch of cooning.
Music. But who controls the music? The artist or the label? The artist or the executive? Black culture is being pumped into our youth through fashion. Do we own any successful black fashion brands? What happened to FUBU? Should have wore my old Fat Albert FUBU Platinum shirt to do this video. My favorite shirt. But my favorite shirt is older than a lot of these young people out here taking in all this rap music.
Again, this is so ridiculous. Actually, like, it's crazy because, bro, FUBU just went out of style, bro. And, like, good riddance. But, like, again, like, more people, like, own brands and labels and clothing lines. It's gone. Again, this is how stupid it is. To him, you know, it was only really, you can only really accept talking about when we just had one brand. Now we have so many brands, people don't even think about it anymore. It's like ubiquitous, it's stupid, like it'd be hard to count, you don't even know. Like there's, but at the same time, since there isn't that one jumping out brand that he can name, then apparently black businesses have disappeared rather than become far more integrated into our daily lives. And again, I'm not saying the situation's equitable or what it needs to be. Matter of fact, one of the great things we can do is think about black-owned businesses and how to keep more money within the black community. And certainly glass ceilings and all of that play a huge role in this. But again, it's white supremacy, institutional racism, you know, the contingency of the, you know, racial and segregated and slave genocidal history of this country, all of that. None of, you know, railing against rappers solves none of those problems.
Well, I got shirts older than you. Black culture is being pumped into our youth through television. But do we own any networks?
And again, like, also, like, conservative fucktards. Can we ever have a grown-up conversation? Can ever? Bro, check your algorithm, bro. Bro, check your numbers right now. Most content creators, and I don't even have 1,000 viewers. I don't even have 1,000 subs, y'all. This man has 378,000 subs. You know what that means? He knows the demographics of his subscribers. He knows who watches him. He knows, just like I know. I love y'all. I fucks with y'all. And like when I used to stream on Twitch, like primarily, even though my community was a lot smaller, it was mostly younger people. Like I knew that. I knew that from talking to them. I knew that from looking at it. Like I knew that it was cool. Like I loved it. Like I connected with a lot of young people. It's dope. And I kind of rocked it. Like cool. Like let's go. Like you know what I mean? Like they helped me get going. I loved it. Now I know most of my community is 25 plus. Like it's cool. But as y'all know, like most of the way we kind of rock now is pretty much for grown people, right? And every once in a while, one of the old mods, someone slide through, yo, it's great to see y'all. But you know what I'm saying? You know, that's my point. And these conservative people, man, every fucking issue's about the children. It's about the children. And it's the most tired tactic that every single conversation that comes up, y'all immediately jump to, they're pumping it into our children and they're gonna corrupt the children. And what about the children? Nigga, we grown. Most of your audience is the same as mine. Most of your audience is 25 plus. So if you really think it's a problem with black culture, like it's some real shit going on. Like let's really talk about what's going on, y'all. They pulling the wool over our eyes. They fucking with us. We ain't really getting our slice of the pie. You know what I mean? Like cool. Let's do that. Let's have a grown folks conversation about what the fuck is going on. The commodification of black talent, whatever. You know what I mean? Some real shit. There's some shit we could get into. They don't ever want to do that. They don't want to bring up the price of gas in Portugal. What about children. They're going to be pumping it into the cars, and then the children are going to have to go to school with the inflated gas, and it's going to burn down them, and the children are going to die. It's the children. Bro, it's no children in this room, bro.
Tyler Perry just bought back BET. Anybody remember when Donnie Simpson was on BET? When they had BET News? I was a young child and I could turn on BET
What
News.
up, Wayne?
Didn't know what they were talking about, but I was able to see intelligent black voices on the TV screen. It impacted me, y'all. And I wonder as I sit here, is Tyler Perry going to bring back
for black culture,
the heyday of BET? Or is he going to have black men dancing
my
around in
goodness.
dresses all over the network? The illusion of black culture is promoted and marketed to black people by people who aren't black. And it's important for us to understand that when we critique young people, how they get down.
Again, pause the tape. Again, how do you make that observation? Black culture is being pushed down our throats by people who aren't black. Let's assume it's true, which is not. It's a very childish take on it. Because it just grossly oversimplifies the economic reality of industries, even industries that are predominantly, where the product is predominantly black talent. But again, the problem is systematic inequities, economic stuff. Like it's stuff that, if anything, is a critique of white supremacy and the economic order that it creates. And everybody has to operate within that. So again, blaming black people for a system that commodifies their lives, their experiences, their talent, their artistic contributions, while keeping them under thumb of, a powerful class of white overlords, is a tale as old as time. And if you have a critique of it, have a fucking critique of the system, rather than punching down and making fun of the victims, while you literally yourself are benefiting as a fucking professional YouTuber with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You in the same thing, right? He not refusing to be on YouTube because YouTube isn't black owned. Oh, YouTube is part of that whole fucking empire, the whole fucking corporate empire. Fuck that. It's just exploiting my black talent. No, like, come on, man. Like, he's just trying to use his talent to the best of his ability to eat and provide for himself and, his loved ones and all of that. And that's what everybody else is doing. And he knows this. And this is what I mean about cooning. It's not like it's fun to call people to the floor and call them out for, not being down, like not having the right opinion or taking these things. But it's really, that's sort of the blood sport of it. But there's real consequences. Like, this is a real problem. This is really dangerous rhetoric. And because what it does is it puts that blackface of acceptability to the rhetoric and talking points of the people who represent the status quo. So it allows people who do have a lot of economic influence, or more economic influence than we have, or political and social influence, to think that it's okay to think this way. It's okay to think that the proper response to, the need for reform and societal level changes to, uplift black people and overcome, which we'll never overcome, right? Like, that's another thing, right? Like, the damage done to black people is irreparable, right? But you can do everything in your power to have restitution, to make the situation better, to make the most of it. Because I think people really do sometimes get the perspective, like, when is it going to be enough? Like, when can we just say we've kind of, when things going to be squared? Like, they're probably never going to be, because that's what history means, right? History is there's indelible effects that we'll never be able to undo. But when you do have people paying attention to these issues, when you do have people wanting to give, time and energy to these conversations, talking this way and belittling Black culture really, really, really is just the problem. It's not helping at all. It's not doing anything other than enabling bigots to blame their victims.
How they move. Many of them, I dare say most of them, have fallen victim to these marketing campaigns who want them to look a certain way, behave a certain way, and neglect those things that would make them better people. Are you picking up what I'm putting down on this topic? Because when I look at today's youth, I see that we are in peril. If this is the future that we have to depend on, the sexy reds of society, the Meg the Stallions of society, the Cardi B's of society, is this what we have to depend on for the future of Black culture?
Yeah.
Is this what's going to determine the future of our families, of our people? Let me know what you think in the comments, y'all. This is a serious situation that calls for serious action, lest we fall victim to a Black culture that's created by folks that ain't even Black.
Unless we fall victim to a Black culture created by people that ain't even Black. And again, his criticism, though, doesn't land on the people pushing the culture that ain't even Black. It actually lands on the Black people themselves. And he knows this. It's just a way to give that masterclass pass so that he doesn't have to actually stand up and do anything for real. This is really terrible. Like, it's difficult too, because this is something a lot of Black people buy into, right? So it's problematic, of course, because again, it doesn't really put the blame where the blame needs to go. But beyond that, Black people buy into it, and it becomes a sort of a divisive thing where, it perpetuates the self-hatred, right? It forms pseudo class distinctions amongst Black people, and pearl clutching, and like Wayne talked about, the whole pull up your pants and invest in real estate instead of rims. Too many Black people buy into that. Not to say that there isn't, of course. Yeah, of course, we actually do. Need to talk. We need help with financial education and knowledge and stuff like that. But all of those sort of cliche shortcuts, they don't really work. And also, they just blame poor people for being poor, uneducated people for being uneducated. And again, they demonize the symptoms, not the problem. And again, they then allow white people to think that they've also got that insight. Like, you look at a person, you say like, oh, they got some jewelry on, or oh, they put some money into their car. They don't need anything. They're privileged. And then you go around acting like, like you saw racism or something. So it's really crazy. But look, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. We're going to keep things kind of, this will be a little bit on the shorter end for us, but, hopefully people will watch it, check it out. I appreciate y'all so much, man. This was fun. This guy's stuff pops on my stuff, and, I'm always trying to find new people to react to. And it's just another coon we could put on that list of people who pretty much every time he touches off on an issue, he's gonna get it wrong. And it's really disappointing for those that don't know. It's kind of a personal connection, because I used to watch channels like this and remember a lot of stuff this channel used to do, because it's called The Real Gospel Chop. So this was a music channel that was about, helping uplift the culture in the community of musicians, particular musicians who play gospel style music. and so it hurts to see that they've kind of abandoned their, let's just keep it about the music and doing the most that we can as instrumentalists, and gone down the path of trying to be like a right-wing podcaster. But it shows you where the grift is, man. Because to a lot of people, that's crazy. Like, as players, right? It's crazy for us as players to think I would start a successful channel, playing and helping other people and really growing it, and then switch it to literally just all of this bad take griftiness. But that's apparently where the money's at. That's apparently where the growth is. That's what everybody's trying to do this day. But it's really sad because he's just got bad conservative right-winger fucking coon takes on pretty much everything. And it's kind of disappointing. But that's the lay of the land. That's where we're at. But look, y'all, let's get up and gather. Let's have some fun. Appreciate seeing all of y'all here. Glad to see everybody in chat. If you watch us later, go ahead, leave a comment down below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Love you guys so much, and